y este es mi compañero
Osomatli.
Y bienvenidos al primer episodio de Tiahui Adelante. Empezamos con unas noticias locales no tan agradables porque vamos a hablar de ISBE.
¿Pero qué es ISBE?
ISBE es la Mesa Estatal de Educación de Illinois. La Junta Estatal está formada por 9 miembros y los miembros toman grandes decisiones políticas para escuelas públicas y privadas. Analizan las necesidades y requisitos de más de 2 millones de niños en Illinois.
¿Estás diciendo que todas las escuelas de Illinois nomás lo controlan una mesa de 9 personas?
Sí, nomás 2 son personas de color. Estamos hablando de ISBE porque ISBE maneja los fondos y el dinero que hace los programas después de clase de 21st Century en nuestras escuelas.
Oh, los programas de Tiahui. ¿Los campamentos también?
Sí, Osomatli. ISBE en realidad recibe el dinero de Washington, D.C., porque lo que es el dinero federal que el gobierno da para los programas después de escuela.
¿Esto es dinero de nuestros impuestos?
O sea, nuestro dinero. ¿De quién? Nuestro dinero. Hemos tenido programas extraescolares de 21st Century de nuestra escuela desde 2018, cuando yo empecé. Y los programas nos conectan con nuestras raíces, familias y comunidades. Pero ahora ISBE dice que el programa tiene que terminar porque no tienen dinero.
¿Por qué no tienen dinero? Si mi mamá acaba de pagar sus impuestos ayer.
Dicen que cometieron error y gastaron demasiado dinero, así que ahora no tienen suficiente dinero para todos los programas extraescolares que sigan funcionando. Tenemos Eje Carter, que está en la escena de la conferencia de prensa que ocurre ahora fuera de la oficina del gobernador J.B. Pritzker en Chicago, o como le decían los nativos, Chicago.
Yay! Gracias, compañero. We are outside of the office of Governor J.B. Pritzker with hopes that they will hear our voices.
Need the money. Kids need
library.
Kids need
bars.
Schools need the money that
ISBE took.
Now, Susan from Act Now will give us a few words about the situation.
We are here today to ask the governor and the Illinois State Board of Education to step in to save after-school programs. 21st Century Community Learning Centers is federal funding given to ISBE to administer after-school programs. In April, ISBE announced that they had overspent this federal funding and could no longer fully fund after-school programs. This miscalculation will have a huge impact all across the state. 27,000 students are set to lose after-school programs. 80% of these students are people of color. These students all attend high-poverty schools. Cutting funds to after-school programs due to an administrative error is unacceptable. A large body of research shows that these programs support students in the areas where they need it most, including improving academics, keeping kids safe, and providing social and emotional supports. These programs are also crucial resources for working families. These also just aren't after-school programs. These are specific programs that are incredibly high quality. They not only keep kids safe and have enriching experiences after school, but they connect to families. They connect families to needed services in the community and make our community stronger all together. We need this program funded for next year and keep these services alive and these relationships going. After-school programs are now asking ISBE and the governor's office to work with the General Assembly to allocate state funds to cover this
We
error.
have Gina, our program director, sharing some words.
On behalf of a lot of us, we're tired, but we're not tired from our work, which is going through a pandemic and building successful virtual programs for all these kids, students, college students, parents, and teachers. We're not tired from working carefully in the back-to-person transition, sustaining all these relationships, and then multiplying our program involvement, especially as we see students and parents who are the ones that are bringing in others and telling them the benefits of the program. We're not tired from responding to that interest, to the participation and the success, adding more opportunities, and putting in extra time to engage kids on weekends and breaks putting in all that effort to design the curriculum that does all the things that others have mentioned. But what we are tired from, we're tired from the arduous over-monitoring, negative threat management styles, miscommunication, administrative policy back and forth changes that, especially during the most challenging period in memory, have robbed the attention and effort from our primary task of providing the highest quality educational and social and emotional experiences that children deserve. And now here we are fighting for our very survival and the opportunity to just continue doing good work. Our programs are evaluated. The results are not shared with us, yet we know that we exceed expectations with a well-developed professional capacity committed to the relationships with individuals and groups within the state's poorest and most challenged schools. The current situation, however, says that none of what we do is enough. None of the hard work and commitment is enough to ensure that these children, youth, and their families can continue their learning and development. The message is that none of the success is enough to ensure the continuation of the programs. I want to close just with some comments from a parent. These after-school programs have had a great positive impact for our family that goes beyond only what our daughter has learned. Through her participation, we have all learned more about our history in Mexico and different countries. For example, she arrives at her grandparents' house and shares with them and her cousins what she has learned about significant historical dates and events. Thanks to those lessons that for her are a time when she is just playing or making different art projects, she starts to have different conversations with her grandparents and help them share their stories with her and remember what they themselves heard when they were children that they didn't fully understand because they were kids during the time when information, news, and formal education were more limited. For me as a parent, it has been somewhat of a cultural healing. When I was a girl, whether it was out of fear, respect for a new country, or simple ignorance, the message I always received was to hide inside of where we come from or who we are. This program gives me, the parent, the support and understanding of knowing that I can have different roots in different places and value all of them, and that all of that makes my life bigger and more beautiful. Having multilingual cultural safe spaces funded for our communities improves the quality of living for families and helps creative and globally conscious citizens of the world.
Governor J.B. Pritzker, we need your help. We need funding. Back to the studio.
Tiahui!
Adiós, y este era nuestro primer episodio de Tiahui Adelante Noticias. Adiós.
Tiahui!